Namaskar. On our 72nd Republic Day, I, Arnav, extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Principal, Headmistress, Coordinator, teachers, parents, and everyone present here. It is my greatest pleasure to wish all the Indians a happy Republic Day. It is a privilege for the youth of India to be a citizen of a free nation, a country that has fought the COVID 19 pandemic in the most efficient manner. The Indian government has left no stone unturned to control the fatality rate and minimize the number of cases daily, hence, taking all the necessary steps to combat the invisible pandemic war. We have the invisible pandemic war. India has developed vaccine for COVID-19 in a record time and has inoculated 2.7 lakh of people on day one, the highest in the world. I salute the efforts of the researchers, scientists, frontline workers, especially doctors, nurses, police, and all the volunteers responsible for the safety of our nation. The responsibility of taking our country to the zenith lies with the youth of today. Youth is the stage of innovation and vision. We have the muscle to transform the nation into a better and healthy place. We also have the gift to lead our fellow citizen to the path of progress. Youths are warriors. So let's tighten our belts. Friends, India is waiting for us to make this beautiful land flourish and luster in success. I would conclude by saying freedom in mind, faith in words, pride in our heart, memories in our soul. Let's salute the nation on this Republic Day. Jai Hind.
Good day to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Youth Parliament 2021 of Pawa Public School. The Youth Parliament is structured simulation on educating the students on the functioning of our parliamentary system. It helps the youth to realize their roles and responsibilities as citizens of India. The young generation of the country embodies the future of that country, and Pawa Public School recognizes every tender mind and hence provides them opportunity to put forth their view and exchange their ideas in order to find solution to the problem faced by the state and the nation, thus benefiting their futures and ours. Whether e-learning should be continued or schools should start operating physically.
Good morning, all. This is Rishita from Times of India channel. We are all set for the Youth Parliament in the lower house. All precautions against the coronavirus are followed, including the staggered sitting for both houses and social distancing between the MPs.
This is Purva Kai from your channel Z News. Today, we will get the actual confirmation whether the physical school will reopen or not. All the ministers and the treasury have arrived with their mask on and maintaining social distancing norms.
Marshal will escort the speaker into the parliament.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker.
I welcome you to the first National Youth Parliament session 2021. We will begin today's session with the oath or affirmation of the newly elected members. Secretary General, please proceed with the oath taking ceremony.
I, Arnav Kotkar, an elected member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament, Swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established. I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India. I will faithfully discharge the duty which I am about to enter. The name of the bill is the physical reopening of schools. I now call upon Prime Minister Arnav Jagtap to introduce the bill.
Honorable Speaker, traditional classroom education can be dated back to the ancient times. One-on-one or in-person teaching is effective and demonstrates increased level of student engagement with teachers. It also encourages high level of competitiveness among students. Online learning can be tedious for most of the students as they tend to procrastinate due to a lack of self-discipline, and teachers also face the challenge of engaging students. The social environment at traditional school is perfect to build a child's character and personality. This aspect cannot be replaced by any online teaching method. Students learn better in an environment where they can socialize and learn from fellow students. Thank you.
I now call upon the leader Harsh Mittal of the opposition to place his point of argument.
The opening of educational institutes poses to a great risk to students, parents, grandparents, teachers, staff, and the public. The students traveling in the public transport and shared conveyances potentially contract COVID-19 from others and infect co-passengers too. The parents care for their children more than themselves. If the schools and colleges reopen, it will be difficult to manage the frantic rush of the students and their parents to the testing centers and the hospitals. No parents would allow their COVID-sick children at home as they would infect other family members too. The pediatric wards and the hospitals will be overcrowded, putting excessive pressure on the doctors and the healthcare workers, especially in the rural areas. We need additional quarantine and isolation facilities in as the most of the homes are small. Are we prepared for such insurgence in COVID cases?
Now the question hour begins. Now the question hour begins.
During this pandemic situation, regular classes are not the priority now, though there is no alternative to it. At present, our focus is on holding incident-free learning. Measures for fair and effective education for our children of all classes will unfold in the future. We are seeking the opinion of parents on reopening schools and the steps which should be taken.
Any member who would like to further speak on this bill, please stand.
ऑनलाइन शिक्षा में अध्यापकों के सामने कौन सी समस्या आती है? ऑनलाइन शिक्षा में छात्रों के वीडियोस बंद रहते हैं। कुछ छात्रों की नेटवर्क समस्या होती है, तो कुछ छात्र ऐसे ही वीडियोस बंद करके बैठे रहते हैं और बार-बार बताने पर भी वीडियो शुरू नहीं करते। उस वक्त छात्र क्या कर रहे हैं पता नहीं चलता। कनेक्टिविटी की समस्या और रेंज की समस्या भी आती है। छात्र सामने नहीं होते, इसलिए सामने उनकी कॉपी में की गई गलतियां नहीं बता सकते। समय की भी सीमा होती है। छात्र समय पर क्लास में नहीं आते और देर से क्लास ज्वाइन करते हैं। छात्रों ने कार्य कॉपी में पूरा किया है या नहीं पता नहीं चलता और वार्तालाप भी कम होता है।
छात्रों की मानसिक और शारीरिक दृष्टि से ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हानिकारक है। छात्र अपना सभी तासिकाएं दर्श श्राव्य माध्यम से ही पूर्ण करते हैं। इसके लिए वे कई घंटे उस माध्यम के साथ बैठते हैं। इस कारण उनके शरीर की हलचल काम हो रही है। वे व्यायाम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। उनके आंखों की दृष्टि कम होते जा रही है। कम उम्र में ही आजकल खेल के लिए मोबाइल लैपटॉप का उपयोग होता है।
Be a little loud.
इस कारण उनको डिवाइस की आदत सी पड़ गई है। डिवाइस उनके रोग मार्ग के जीवन का एक हिस्सा बन गया है। उनके यह मानसिकता हो गई है कि इस माध्यम के बिना उनका कोई कार्य पूर्ण नहीं हो सकता है। वे रिश्तेदारों से पूर्व रहने लगे हैं। अकेले रहना पसंद करते हैं। बच्चों को इस स्थिति से बाहर लाने के लिए स्कूल शुरू करने होंगे।
The online classes are beneficial to students. Initially, students found online classes very difficult. As time passed, students became self-reliant and techno-savvy. They got the comfort of home while attending the classes. They are learning under controlled conditions, and the most important thing, they are safe enough during this pandemic situation.
Those who agree
Members
to
of
this
the
say
parliament,
yes.
tap
Those
the
who
bell.
disagree to this say no.
No. No.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes.
In traditional classrooms, teachers can give students.
Stop. Children, sorry to interrupt. Rijul was waiting for her turn. And Rijul, start. Let's go
The
just
members
one
of
step
the
behind.
parliament tap the benches to show appreciation towards the point presented.
Now, tap your benches. Yes, Siddesh. Those who agree to this say yes. Those who disagree to this say no.
Yes.
No.
In traditional classrooms, teachers can give students immediate face-to-face feedback. Students who are experiencing problem in the curriculum can resolve them quickly and directly either during the lecture or during the dedicated office hours. Personalized feedback has a positive impact on students as it makes learning processes easier, richer, and more significant, all the while raising the motivation levels of the students. E-learning, on the other hand, still tends to struggle with students' feedback.
The online classes affect the social life.
Bang, you have to tap your benches. Shlok, wait. Start.
The online classes affect the social life of the student. They make participating students undergo contemplation, demotion, and the lack of interaction. As a result, many of the students and teachers who inevitably spend much of their time online can start experience signs of social isolation due to the lack of human communication in their lives. Social isolation coupled with a lack of communication often leads to several mental health issues such as heightened stress, anxiety, and the negative thoughts.
Yes, Riju.
The members of the parliament tap the benches to show appreciation towards the point presented.
Can
online teaching provide the same benefits as to face-to-face classes? Of course not. From my point of view, online learning is like swimming without water. It cannot be a substitute for face-to-face learning. It is complementary to classroom teaching. In other words, e-learning alone will not succeed without traditional face-to-face learning because e-learning hasn't achieved the desired aims or results.
Thanks. Those who agree to this, say yes. Those who disagree to this, say no.
No, it is no.
इयत्ता 8वी ते 12वीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांची शाळा सुरू केली आहे. पण इयत्ता 1ली ते 7वीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांची शाळा सुरू करावी की नाही या विषयाला स्थगिती का देण्यात आली? कारण लहान विद्यार्थी स्वतःची काळजी घेण्या इतके सुज्ञ नाहीत आणि त्यांच्या वयाचा व नाजूक शरीराचा विचार करता या मुद्द्याला स्थगिती देण्यात आली आहे. कोरोना आजारावर अजून लसीची निर्मिती झाली नाही. निर्मिती झाली तरी त्याचा मानवी शरीरावर होणाऱ्या परिणामाचा विचार करता प्राथमिक विद्यार्थ्यांची शाळा सुरू करावी की नाही या निर्णयाला स्थगिती देण्यात आली आहे.
ऑनलाइन क्लासेस की वजह से छात्रों की सृजनशीलता कम होती जा रही है. कक्षा की शुरुआत दुख श्राव्य माध्यम से होती है. छात्र अध्यापन जरूर करते हैं, लेकिन जब गृह कार्य गतिविधि पूर्ण करने का समय आता है तो वे बिना सोचे जाके अपनी माता-पिता की मदद लेते हैं या गूगल का सहारा लेते हैं. समय तो मिल जाते हैं, लेकिन वे नहीं समझ पाते कि उनकी सोचने की शक्ति, स्मरण शक्ति और नया कुछ निर्माण करने की शक्ति को खो रहे हैं. थैंक यू.
त्याचं म्हणणं काय आहे?
ऑनलाईन शिक्षण हे पूर्णपणे तंत्रज्ञान व तांत्रिक बाबींवर आधारलेले आहे. ऑनलाईन शिक्षण हे पूर्णपणे तंत्रज्ञान व तांत्रिक बाबींवर आधारलेले आहे. तंत्रज्ञान व तांत्रिक बाबींची माहिती व कौशल्यप्राप्त शिक्षक, पाल्य व पालक ही या शिक्षणाची प्राथमिक गरज आहे, जे सहज शक्य नाही, सर्वत्र उपलब्ध नाही. तसेच वेळ, पैसा व इतर बाबींच्या उपलब्धतेवर अवलंबून आहे. म्हणूनच खूप कमी विद्यार्थी अशा प्रकारचे शिक्षण घेऊ शकतात.
ऑनलाईन शिक्षणामुळे विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये बेशिस्त, अप्रामाणिकपणा, बेजबाबदारपणा वाढण्याची व शिक्षणाचे गांभीर्य कमी होण्याची भीती. ऑनलाईन शिक्षण म्हणजे स्वयंशिस्त व स्वयंअध्ययन यावर आधारित शिक्षण होय. फार कमी विद्यार्थी अशा प्रकारे शिक्षण आत्मसात करू शकतात. या उलट चंचल, शिक्षणाकडे कमी कल असणारी व विशेष मुले ज्यांना वैयक्तिक मार्गदर्शनाची आवश्यकता आहे अशा विद्यार्थ्यांना ऑनलाईन शिक्षणामुळे ते लाभू शकत नाही. म्हणून विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये बेशिस्त, अप्रामाणिकपणा, बेजबाबदारपणा वाढण्याची व शिक्षणाचे गांभीर्य कमी होण्याची भीती वाढत आहे.
Need to tap your bell. Kritika, it is your chance, child. Where are you? Start your video.
Online classes are limited for few subjects. They tend to be more suitable.
Wait, child, we cannot hear you. Just come a little closer. Yes.
Online classes are limited to few subjects. They tend to be more suitable for social life rather than the scientific fields such as
your benches, children.
Keeping in mind the practical of the higher secondary students, we can think of calling them to the school only for the science practical, which is not possible in the online classes. But the safety measures should be documented as strict guidelines should be followed. Apart from this, regular physical school seems to be next to impossible near future because this disease has become airborne too.
Currently, out of 94,30,973 active cases worldwide, India has 1,05,42,841 active cases. With this kind of unsafe environment, we should first think about the safety of the upcoming generation as they will form the future of our country. A delay in education by 1 year is much affordable than getting their lives into danger.
The members of the parliament tap the benches to show appreciation towards the point presented.
Those leaders in favor of the bill will raise their right hand.
Results of the division. The numbers of votes for the bill is 60. The numbers against the bill is 40.
Minister of Education, please. Minister of Education.
We must appreciate the efforts of teachers in conducting online classes during pandemic. Teachers are doing all they can and proving to be essential in the fight against COVID-19. I take this opportunity to acknowledge the measures and efforts put in by teachers in conducting online classes during this uncertainty. I appreciate their struggle to upgrade their technical knowledge to keep the process of learning going. Based on elaborate and holistic discussion by the House Speaker, ma'am, I request the House to pass the bill.
Classroom environment is a free space for children to interact.
Arnav, wait. Secretary General, wait. Siddesh, sit.
Ma'am, it's not my dialogue, it's Arnav Khotkar's dialogue.
Please read the bill. Is yours.
Classroom environment is a free space for children to interact with all aspects that provide collaborative learning. That provide collaborative learning. It enhances students' critical thinking skills. Teaching in a classroom allows the students the opportunity to engage in live discussions in which they are forced to use their critical thinking skills to formulate opinions or arguments. Inside a classroom, students experience social interactions with peers and establish rapport with teachers. Helping children develop socially is an important aspect of the realm of their academic education. In a live classroom, students are being prepared to do schoolwork. Their social, mental, and physical development needs to be enhanced, which is only possible in the physical classroom. Hence, with all the precautionary measures, opening of physical classrooms may prove to be fruitful for the higher grades with the consent of the parents. Thank you, members. House is now adjourned.
The reporters waiting outside the parliament are curious to know about the bill.
Excuse me, sir. Please tell us, was the bill passed in the House?
Arnav, wait.
It's still in the process.
Arnav, no one could see you, child. Switch on your video.
Arnav.
Okay. Please repeat, child. Yes. Come on, Arnav. Start again. Never mind. Arnav, never mind. Start again. Come on, child.
Excuse me, sir. Please tell us, was the bill passed in the House?
The bill is still in the process.
Please tell us when the schools will reopen.
Krisha,
First,
wait. Children, wait. Let Krisha repeat. Wait. Krisha, repeat. Yes.
Please tell us when the schools will reopen.
first, the guidelines will be issued by the schools and the opinions of the parents will be taken into consideration. Parents will have to give a consent to send their wards to school.
Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even to more express gratitude for. On behalf of all, I deem it a great privilege to stand before you to propose the word gratitude for being with us. We extend our sincere thanks to the principal, Mr. Devendra Kumar, headmistress, Mrs. Neeta Grover, and our coordinator, ma'am, Mrs. Ritu Saxena. An event like this cannot take place overnight. The wheel towards the culmination started rolling weeks ago. Last but not we have been fortunate enough to be backed by our wonderful group of teachers. Last but not the least, we thank all the parents who are present here. Your encouragement always helps us to put our best foot forward, to showcase our best foot forward to our talents. Thank you all once again.